it appears that we have a package.
And guys, this is for the car, but it is not necessarily a car mod. We picked up ourselves 2 big old VP Racing jugs. And I'm sure you guys know what that means. That means E85. So my tuner just sent me over a tune here recently, and he said, hey, I recommend you guys throw a gallon of ethanol in there. So we picked these up so that way we can just be running 1 gallon of ethanol with it, and with this we should be able to get 10 fill-ups worth. This is 10 gallons worth of space capacity that we'll be able to pick up. So tomorrow we are going to go on the hunt for ethanol.
So here we go. We've got ourselves our tanks right here. We're going to be going today to find ourselves some E85. So let's go on ahead, get in the car, pull up our E85 map, and go out and get it. It looks like it's going to be about a 45-minute drive one way, but should be worth it. We have arrived. You guys see that yellow pump right there? That means ethanol. So we actually ended up finding some, and now let's go ahead and fill up our tanks and also put a little bit inside the actual car. So let's go ahead and get to that. Gotta fill up these tanks, you know what I'm saying? Got exactly 5 gallons worth in there. Time to fill up number 2. There we go. Boom. Big old thing of race fuel. Well, not race fuel, but E85. Alright, so we're just going to crank the car a little bit, let this fuel kind of cycle in there, and then we will cut the car back off, flash over to our E-mix file, I guess you should say, and then we'll get back over on the road and head back home. Try and get some pulls in on the way home as well, see if we can tell ourselves a difference, you know, by the butt dyno, of course. But as you guys can obviously see, we have ourselves our E85 back there, and we've got 10 gallons of it back there, and then we also put 1.5 gallons inside the car. Really only calls for 1 gallon for this tune, but we threw a little bit extra in there. It's not going to hurt anything, you know. We didn't pass that E30 mark or anything like that, so we don't have to worry, you know. But either way, that's what we're doing right now. About to go ahead and cut this car back off, switch over the tune, and then we'll see what we can do. Alright, so we have to cut the ignition off and then cut it on. Leave it in the on position, but not cranked. Cut on this access port. I don't even think you guys can see it up there right now because of that sun glare. Yep, SneekyTuned right there. Cut on this access port, and then we will go on ahead and switch over our maps real quick. So to do that, we'll go back, go down here to tune, change ECU map. Wait a second. And we are going to be on this V3 file. Yep. Alright, so now it will do its thing, and it should only take about 30 seconds to a minute or so, but we will be flashed over to our ethanol file and be good to get on the road. Here comes all the errors and stuff like that while you tune. Just in case you've never tuned your car before, this all pops up while you're doing your tuning. It all goes away once you've finished, and once you turn off the car and turn it back on, your dashboard will be normal again. And we are at 66. Okay, you guys can see how quickly that climbs up. I mean, it just flies through, and we got to do that, and then I think it has one more progress bar that has to go through, and then it'll be done. But either way, I've been here maybe 30 seconds. It's been very quick, and it's super easy to just flip over tunes whenever you're on Cobb Access Board. All right, so we've got our tune flashed over, and we are just going to go ahead and get back on the road, try and get back home. It says ETA of 9:52, it's 9:07, so 45 minutes on the way home, and we should be there. Alright, so it has now been about 5 days since that last clip that you guys saw, and the reason for that is that I wanted to get, just a little bit better of a review on this ethanol file. I didn't want to just give you guys my first impressions on it or anything like that. I want to give you guys an actual review more so, because that's generally what I like to try and do on this channel. So, as far as my review on it goes, we have now filled up another gallon of E85 and filled up the rest with 93 as we were told to do so. We have also sent over data logs to our tuner. Everything looks awesome, he said. And guys, I'll go on and tell you, it feels so much better on this tune. It's just, I'd say, a better and more usable power band. You even get a little bit more power down low, but you also get a good bit more power up high, and it's just that ethanol kicking in for you. It really is what it's good for, especially whenever you're running a small turbo like an IS-20 like these GTIs come with. So that ethanol really just gives it that little extra kick there on the tail end, as well as in the beginning. Honestly, it seems like the boost kicks in a little bit sooner than it was prior on just 93 octane. And don't get me wrong, guys, we're not even really to a full E30 mix at all. We are running about an E20, E25 mix just to be a little bit safer. I don't want to be trying to corrode anything or mess up my fuel pumps and stuff like that. So we're just playing it a little bit on the safe side. But either way, it's really honestly making me consider getting a high pressure fuel pump and having that ability to run full E85. Just seeing the potential of what even a gallon and a half of E85 into a full tank does really makes me want to go on ahead and just try out that full E85 blend. So who knows, you might be keeping your eyes out for a high pressure fuel pump upgrade coming up in the future. You never know, but either way, that's basically going to be my review of the E85. Is it worth it? For me personally, it is 45 minutes away. So that's 45 minutes one direction. Keep that in mind. So about an hour and a half round trip. And for me, with the tune that I have set up, I would say it's worth it because I only have to use a gallon, and that's really what I requested because it's so far away from me. I only wanted to have to put a gallon of ethanol in on each fill up, so that way I can go and pick up 10 gallons and be good for 10 fill ups. So that way I normally will only have to go out there, I believe probably it's going to be about once every 2 months or so I'll have to go out there and pick up some more ethanol. But we also are running the Cobb Access Board, so that means that if we can't find ethanol, we can always just flip right back over to our straight 93 pump gas tune and not have any issues at all. And we can do that on the fly right at the gas station. It takes about a minute. It's really, really awesome. So was it worth it? For me, I'd say yes. For you, it really depends on how close that ethanol is to you. It may be worth doing something like what I'm doing and just getting some big old tanks, gas cans or whatever you should say, and just going out and picking up 10 gallons or so, and maybe even more if that's what you feel like you need to do. I know some people even go out there and they'll fill up a 55-gallon drum and then just come back and disperse it into 10-gallon things or 5-gallon things, and that's an option. But I just would say keep into consideration how far away the E85 stations are from you, or your flex fuel stations, and just weigh it out for yourself. If it's something that's, a 2-hour drive every single time and you're trying to run full E85, obviously that's not going to work. You can't do that. Every time you get out there and get back, you're going to have to fill up again. So you have to put those things into consideration. If you're only running a little bit of an E30 mix, you might be able to just go pick up 15 gallons or so, something like that, once every 2 months, and then you might be fine. It really depends on how much driving you're doing, how far away your E85 station is and how much you really want that little extra power. In my opinion, it's worth it. I love more power. Nothing wrong with more power, in my opinion. More power, the better. That's my review. That's my take. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I hope to see you next time.